Hello, welcome to my new channel. This is like a follow-on channel really from my old channel, which is more like music based. As I'm not doing as much of that at the moment due to all like the COVID stuff and everything, I thought I'd make a brand new channel so I could do like other videos and keep it separate from the music. Well, that's not to say that I won't be doing anything musical, but I think it's best to keep things separate to some degree. Anyhow, moving forward to my new channel, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing, seeing as this is, as I said, a brand new channel, so I could do with all the support I can get. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some really simple clothing hacks to vamp up even the most boring items of your wardrobe. Okay. The first hack requires a kind of baggy, reasonably baggy top. The top itself don't have to be baggy, but this collar bit has to be baggy. As you can see, this t-shirt is like not really good shape for me. It's really unflattering. It's a nice t-shirt, but it's just really unflattering. So to spruce it up a little bit, we're going to do something really simple. It doesn't require any sewing, any scissors, nothing. It literally requires the top itself. So here we go. So now I've got my t-shirt, and basically I am just going to put the top on upside down, which seems a little bit crazy. And put your arms through like so, and voila, brand new top. And you can actually wear this in like kind of various different ways really, depending on how big the bottom is. I mean, this bottom is like really big, so this would be harder for me to do this, but on a smaller bottom you can kind of make these shoulder bits and wear it like that. Or obviously you better cut your navel out, because otherwise you're going to have that on show. Or you can have the Kylie effect, which is always a really glam kind of look. So it's a really simple hack. Just to glam up a really boring t-shirt, if you were thinking of throwing it away, you can just do a couple of little things to it and get a few more wears out of it. So again, we've got a top here that's kind of shapeless, kind of had its day style-wise. The colour's nice, it's a really nice material, so we can do something with it really simple. All we need is a pair of scissors and this top. What I'm doing here is I'm turning the jumper inside out, and I'm gonna basically mark where I'm gonna be cutting. That's literally like the roughest line ever, and I did not use any measuring device. I advise you do that because you could probably get it wrong, and this could go wrong, but this is just a rough thing. I mean, I don't really mind if this jumper gets ruined in the process. But just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to cut this jumper up. So the next step is I'm going to cut, basically I'm going to cut through the lines that I have drawn, just to create obviously the extra piece that I need to make this top a bit more funky. So I've now cut the top, and if you're following this, then you should now have two pieces that look similar to this, depending on what top you use. It don't really matter. You can use a tank top, you can use a jumper. Well, actually a jumper, probably not. But this kind of jumper that I'm using is really thin. So if it's like a thin jumper, then you can use that style. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smaller piece and I'm going to make a cut in it. But first I'm going to draw the lines that I need to cut. Again, these are just rough lines that I've drawn. I haven't measured them out. As you can see here, actually, it's like really not straight. That's really bad. I might actually have to go over that again. But you get the idea. After we've cut these pieces out, we're going to take this piece and cut it in half. So we split the piece at the thicker end. And then all you've then got to do is this, but I would advise actually going through your bra or sports bra or whatever you've got underneath for extra security, and you basically just use this as a tie. So you can tie it up here. And whichever way I could probably do that a little bit nicer, to be honest. I spent a bit more time doing it, but then you've got yourself a brand new spruced up top. Looks a lot nicer now, and it's a bit more glam than the kind of outdated jumper that I wouldn't have worn. In fact, I haven't worn it for ages because it's kind of, as I say, it's outdated. And not just, I wouldn't even say it's necessarily updated, it was just really baggy on me, and I had to wear it with things that I could tuck it in all the time or about with it, and it's not really my style to do that, wear baggy stuff. Now this next hack I absolutely love, mainly just because of the fact that it's long boots, and I love long boots. And also, when I buy long boots in the shop, I usually find they're usually quite baggy on my legs because my legs are quite thin. I wouldn't say they're skinny, but they're smaller. They're not, you know, they're not that wide, just put it that way. So, this is my easy way to making long boots that are literally stuck to your leg. For this, all you need is a pair of long socks and a pair of shoes that you don't mind changing. Now the first thing you need to do is you need to put the shoe on. Excuse the really bad nail polish, my 4-year-old daughter wanted to paint my nails. Very funky colour going on at the moment. And what you need to do next is you need to scrunch the sock up as if you're going to put it on. You need to actually put it on over the shoe. Once you've got the sock on over your boot, obviously that looks a little bit wacky at the moment. The next step is to actually cut a little tiny little hole here. Don't go too far because otherwise you'll cut too much and it will go over and it will ruin it. So you need to cut, look how dusty these socks are. You need to cut a little tiny little hole there. And once you've got your hole, you just simply put the heel through the sock. Do the same thing to the other side and voila, you have yourself a pair of little boots, high boots. This is like the perfect hack if you need a pair of high boots and haven't got any, or you need a pair of high boots that are a bit more skin tight, because some of them don't really work with skinny legs. So this is perfect. Another amazing hack as well is actually if you've got one of these massive jumpers and you want to turn it into like one of those kind of, I don't know what you call them, like gilets, I guess, that they just go over like your shoulders and your arms. It's such a simple thing. All you've got to do is basically you just sew the top, the head bit up. You just sew it up and then you literally put the jumper on from the bottom like this. So now you have a lovely little fluffy gilet with literally very little effort. And I must say that pieces the outfit together very, very nicely, this little fluffy gilet. Now this dress I've had for a little while now and it needs a bit of an update because I'm getting a bit bored of it as it is, and I'm not really feeling long sleeves. Obviously it's winter, so I have to kind of deal with it to some degree, but I kind of feel like this needs a vamp up. So what I'm going to do to this is, so again I've drawn my lines on like really badly but you know, you get the idea. That's just to kind of show whereabouts I'm cutting just a small area off, and obviously the sleeve. Once cut, it should look like this, and when you put it on, it should look like this. Much better, much more flattering for me, much more flattering for my body and figure, and I feel like it kind of just fits in with like the style, my style. And I think this is like perfect for kind of anything really. I mean, you could dress this up all down. And the other one with the sleeves, I kind of just feel like it was like really flouncy, whereas this is like taking that flounciness down a notch, and you can wear it casually, or you could wear this dolled up with even them boots that I made and that black fluffy gilet, and voila. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.